Hello everyone and welcome to the English YouTuber. In today's video, we are going to discuss this poem called The Tale of Custard the Dragon, which is written by Ogden Nash. So this poem is actually a humorous ballad. So ballad means a poem which is written like it is narrating a story. And though this poem is humorous, it has a very important lesson to teach us. So let's discuss the poem and see what important lesson it is teaching all of us. Throughout the poem, A-A-B-B type of rhyming scheme is followed, where the last words of the first two lines rhyme and the third and the fourth line rhyme, like wagon and dragon here. Okay, so let's go through the first stanza. Belinda lives in a little white house. So the story is about a girl called Belinda who lives in a little white house with a little black kitten, so a baby cat which is black in color, and a little gray mouse. She also has a gray mouse and a little yellow dog. So she also owns a yellow dog and a little red wagon. So wagon is like a toy that is used to transport things. It looks like a wheelbarrow. And a realio trulio little pet dragon. So here the poet means really and truly a little pet dragon. So here the poet has used oxymoron. Oxymoron means dragon is considered a very dangerous creature which we cannot keep as a pet animal. But here she talks about a pet dragon. Therefore, two opposite terms are used. That is why it is an oxymoron here. And if you see, anaphora is used where the repetition of the word is in the beginning of the line and it is also repeated in the next line. Also, there is repetition of the word little everywhere in the stanza. Now, the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse, she called him Blink, and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. So now let's see the introduction of each of these animals. So the little black kitten is called Ink because black as an ink. And the little grey mouse, she called him Blink. And the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. So here simile is used, where the yellow dog is said to be as sharp as a mustard. And the characteristics of the dragon is a coward. So she says the dragon is a coward, someone who is not brave or who is timid, and therefore has called him a custard. So if you see in this stanza also anaphora is used. So now let's see the third stanza. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth. So they're talking about the fierce features of the dragon. Had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath. So the dragon had scales all over its body and also spikes. Mouth like a fireplace because a dragon blows out fire, and chimney for a nose because smoke used to come from the nose of a dragon, and realio trulio daggers on his toes. So daggers are like swords, so his claws were very sharp which were on the toes. And realio means really and truly. So here the characteristic traits of the dragon is mentioned in this stanza about how fierce it looked. So let's look at the literary devices that are used in this stanza. Mouth like a fireplace. So compared to something else. So here simile is used. Chimney for a nose. So here it is metaphor, comparison of the nose to a chimney. Okay, let's move to the next stanza. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears. So she was as brave as a barrel. So barrel is a large container. Usually it is wooden. So Belinda is compared to be as brave as a barrel full of bears. And Ink and Blink, that is the cat and the mouse, chased lions down the stairs. So they were so brave that they chased lions down the stairs. Well, lions themselves are considered to be ferocious animals. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage. Rage means anger. So the dog was so brave that it was like a tiger, which was angry. But Custard cried for a nice, safe cage. But Custard was afraid, or he was scared, or timid. So he cried for a safe space because he wasn't brave like the others. So here the characteristic trait of all the others is mentioned, where all the others are brave except for the dragon, Custard. So here the literary device, that is as brave as. So here simile is used. Again as brave as. So again here simile is used. And if you see here, Belinda, brave, barrel and bears. So the repetition of the same sound at the beginning words that are closely put together. So this is alliteration. Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmerciful. So Belinda used to tickle Custard and she tickled him without any mercy. So in a very harsh manner. Ink, Blink and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. So Percival is actually a brave knight who ran away because of lack of courage. So they used to mock or ridicule him by comparing Custard to Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon at the Realio Trulio cowardly dragon. So they were having fun at his cost and they were laughing at him because he was a coward. So here allusion is used by mentioning Percival. Allusion means reference to a person, event or place which is actually outside the poem. Belinda giggled till she shook the house. So she laughed till the entire house shook. And Blink said weak, which is giggling for a mouse. So here onomatopoeia is used. Onomatopoeia means where the animal sound is used in the poem. So that is called onomatopoeia. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. So they were all laughing at him and attacking him with mean questions and nearly bringing him to tears. And all that Custard wanted to do was to cry and find comfort in a nice, safe cage. Suddenly they heard a nasty sound. Nasty means unpleasant. And Mustard growled. So that's what dogs do. They growl when they are angry. And they all looked around. Mute, cried Ink. And ooh, cried Belinda. So again here, onomatopoeia is used where the sound of the person or animal is used. For there was a pirate climbing in the window. Window means window. So here the poet has used poetic license to change the word from window to winda so that Belinda and winda will rhyme. So everyone was taken aback and shocked when they saw a pirate climbing up the window. So here in the next stanza they're giving the description of the pirate. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right. Oh, so he had two pistols in both the hands. And he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. Cutlass means a curved blade. So in his mouth, held by his teeth, he had a curved blade. His beard was black and one leg was wood. So he did not have a leg, and instead of that there was a wooden leg. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. So it was clear that the pirate was dangerous and was not thinking of anything good, but something dangerous to do. So here imagery is used where you can imagine this entire scene or this description of the pirate. Belinda paled and she cried, "Help, help." So Belinda lost color on her face and she started crying, "Help, help." So the person who was supposed to be as brave as a barrel full of bears has now become scared and was crying for help. But Mustard fled with a terrible yelp. So Mustard the dog ran away with a terrified, sharp cry, with a yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household. So the cat ran to the bottom of the house and the little mouse blinked strategically mouse hole. And the mouse strategically thought about running into the hole of the mouse. So mouse hole is again a poetic license that the poet has taken to rhyme with household. So the mouse ran into the hole and everyone went into safety. So everyone who was considered brave, who could fight lions and tiger, were now petrified and scared and hid themselves into safety. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine. So something unexpected happened. Custard the dragon, it jumped up and snorting like an engine. So here again the poet has used simile. So it made sounds like the engine. Clashed his tail like irons in a dungeon. So it clashed its tail and it sounded like irons in an underground prison. That sound. With a clatter and a clang and a jiggling squirm. So again onomatopoeia is used here. The jangling squirm is like the sound when hard objects fall on each other. And he went at the pirate like a robin at the worm. So the robin is a bird, and these birds love worms. And as soon as they see a worm, they will rush to eat it or consume it. So even Custard the dragon jumped at the pirate just like how a robin would go at a worm. So again here simile is used here as well. Here also. So this is how Custard tackles the situation. The dragon that was considered to be shy, timid and scared was now the saving grace for everybody. So here the poet has used imagery where you can totally imagine the dragon coming out, making a lot of noise and rushing to pounce at the pirate. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon. Gaped means open the mouth widely. in shock and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. So gulped means swallowed some, grog means drink from his pocket flagon. So flagon is usually a bottle which is used to store some drink. So to gather some courage, the pirate swallowed some drink from his flagon. He fired 2 bullets. So in response to the dragon, he fired 2 bullets, but they didn't hit. So it was a miss. And the custard gobbled him every bit. And what did the dragon do? It ate him up completely. So because of Custard's courage, let's see how everyone reacted. Belinda embraced him. So embraced means gave a hug. Mustard, the dog, licked him. So that is the dog's way of appreciating. No one mourned for his pirate victim. So nobody was feeling bad for the pirate who had lost its life. Ink and blink in glee did gyrate. Glee means happy and gyrate means dance. Around the dragon that ate the pirate. So this is how everybody showed their gratitude for saving them from the pirate. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. So then the little dog spoke. I would have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. So flustered means upset or confused. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. We would have been 3 times as brave, we think. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. So now they're giving excuses saying, if I had not got confused or upset, I would have been twice as brave. And the others say that we would have been 3 times the brave. And Custard, instead of blowing his own trumpet, he says, yes, I agree that everybody is braver than me. But here the irony is that when the real time of showing bravery had come, nobody was brave and it was Custard who showed courage. Belinda still lives in a little white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse, and her little yellow dog and her little red wagon and her realio trulio little pet dragon. But now when we read this stanza, we realize that the little pet dragon is not a very timid creature, but a very brave one. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps crying for a nice safe cage. So it is exactly the opposite of how we thought it to be in the beginning. This timid Custard who kept crying for a nice safe cage was actually the hero when a distress situation had come. Now let's look at the theme of this poem. The first is battling against anxiety, where the poem shows that we can conquer fear through courage and valor. Valor means bravery. We should not criticize anyone or judge people according to their weakness, because timid people could shine at the right time and become actual heroes during distress situations or dangerous situations. And the ones who boast about their bravery may turn to be cowards during crucial situations. So therefore, it is an important story to all of us not to mock, judge or ridicule anyone because of their characteristics or because of their weaknesses, because we never know when they are going to outshine us and be better than us. I hope you enjoyed this poem. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe right now. All the very best for your examinations. I'm praying for you. God bless.